Right, well at the end of my workshop video update last week, I made the statement that we had cars booked in every day this week, so it's going to be a very busy week. It is still a very busy week, but I made a slight mistake. The week we've got cars in every single day, drop-in work every day, is next week. So I'll probably do a video update every day next week. However, this TVR did drop off yesterday. It's a 4 litre, well originally a 4 litre, it's now got a 4.6 in. And it's got some running issues. The gentleman has already done the ECU chip, our ignition upgrade. He's had the 4.6 built up somewhere else and has brought it into us to make everything happen, because at the moment it isn't. It's got almost like a rev limiter at 4,000 RPM, but it's a very soft limit. So we're going to go through and do a full setup on that, measure the fuel pressure and monitor that as we drive up the road as well. The MGB GT is all done, just been out on road test on that. It's driving absolutely beautifully. So yeah, the Weber/Edelbrock conversion has come on very, very nicely under there. Obviously full ignition system. One thing we did find on this is it had already been upgraded to electronic ignition via a conversion plate inside, which we're not great fans of because we don't get huge spark potential from that style of system. Interestingly, obviously the BGT originally would have been a points distributor, which meant it would have had a ballasted coil, and on a BGT they ran a ballasted wire to the coil rather than a ballast resistor. So whoever did the electronic conversion obviously wasn't aware of that and didn't bother checking what voltage the coil was getting, and when the engine was running we were only getting 9.5 volts at the coil. Obviously we're aware this would have been points, we're aware that it would have had a ballasted wire to the coil, so we went to check it, got 9.5 volts at when the engine's running at the coil, so we've run a fresh wire from the ignition switch to the coil, so we get full battery charging voltage of about 13.4, 13.5 volts at the coil when it's running. So that will obviously improve spark hugely over where it was originally when it came in addition to the power amplifier and the Rover electronic distributor in there. Obviously it's got the Offenhauser dual port lower intake manifold with the Edelbrock 500 carburetor on there, and we'll do a road test video in this later this week I think, but now we're going to just get some local miles on it, make sure we're happy with everything. Absolutely stunning car though, so yeah, looking forward to driving that and putting some miles on it. And in the workshop just now, the P6 is back on the ramp because the gearbox is back. So yeah, Steve's now about to just pop that back in there. Shouldn't take too long, it's fairly straightforward, access is quite easy. So that's today's or this afternoon's work on that. And then in the workshop, in the engine building bay, this is the engine for the White 90. Coming along nicely, the covers and pulleys and everything are being cleaned up. We've got the sump on there as well now, all taken back to metal and treated, etch primed and painted. So Holly hasn't yet bolted the rockers down. As you can see, he's just loosely fitted them. He will be bolting them down obviously so we can set tappet preload. We'll most likely need a shim kit under the pedestals to correct preload. So yeah, obviously Tuesday this week, thought I'd just do a bit of a early to midweek video update rather than trying to cram everything into one video at the end. So yeah, that's what is it now, Tuesday lunchtime, already cracking on with this week's work.